I would like to welcome everyone to our regularly scheduled meeting for June 17th at 4. We will now open at 4:15. I will now do roll call. Sandra Barnes. Here. Gerald Thompson.
Here.
Bill LaGrone.
Present.
Beth Parmentier.
Here.
Dr. Spencer Holtzum.
Present.
And myself, Lisa Torres. We'll now move on to closed session. Public comment on closed session items. The board will extend an invitation to interested parties who wish to speak on items that are listed on the closed session agenda. For those attending remotely who wish to comment, use the raise your hand button to be called on to speak. Is there anybody online? Thank you. We will now recess into closed session at 4:16. We will now convene into open session at 5 o'clock. For closed session report, personnel actions. During closed session, the board took an action on personnel matters. Specifically, the board approved the release without cause of one employee, number 2599, by the vote of 5-0. Yearly performance evaluation of the superintendent. The board met in closed session under Government Code Section 54957 to conduct the annual performance evaluation of the superintendent. The board is pleased to report that the superintendent received a satisfactory evaluation. No formal action affecting employment status or contract terms was taken. Thank you. Okay, we're going to go ahead and we're going to move up agenda item number 11H.
Any objections?
Is there any objections to moving up? Pledge allegiance. Pledge of allegiance. We're going to do that first.
You can do pledge of allegiance first if you'd like.
Okay, let's go ahead and do the Pledge of Allegiance.
The United States of America, and to the republic for which it stands, with liberty and justice for all.
So now do we want to move it on?
Yeah.
Okay. So action agenda item number 11H. Public comments on action items. The board will extend invitation to interested parties who wish to speak on items that are listed on the agenda. For those attending remotely who wish to comment, use the raise your hand button to be called on to speak. The Brown Act does not allow the governing board to discuss or take action on any item that is posted on the agenda. Comments will be limited to 3 minutes per person and 20 minutes per subject. If it does go over the time, we will ask that you email any comments that are not able to be spoken for tonight and email it to the district. Okay.
So on this particular action item, it's a notice of violation for Stream Charter School. We have a number of individuals that want to speak to this topic. And so we have done a sign up. Just want to remind everybody, like Madam President shared, that speakers are limited to 3 minutes and no single subject will receive more than 20 minutes. So we'll take time on this, and we have a lot more people against it speaking, but we'll go with the for, against, and then we have several others that will have time to speak against it. So, Madam President, does the board have any questions or want to share anything before we open it for public comment?
I think we're all ready.
Okay.
The time will end at 5:25.
Yes. Okay.
Okay. So the first one, Ryan Teets.
It's fine. Do I need to turn this on? It's on. It's on. All right, thank you. My name is Ryan Teets. I would like to thank the board for ensuring the concerns regarding inappropriate behavior by Stream leadership were addressed through the proper process. Many of the people speaking tonight believe OCESD is targeting Stream or acting out in some hidden agenda. That could not be further from the truth. OCESD did not create this situation, it inherited it. The events before us are simply a matter of cause and effect. Inappropriate conduct by Stream leadership, specifically Devon, led to complaints from employees. An initial investigation conducted internally by Stream leadership and a board member failed to adequately address those concerns and concluded that no wrongdoing had occurred. Rather than correcting the issues, those who raised concerns were met with retaliation and attempts to dismiss the facts. At that point, OCESD had both the responsibility and the obligation to step in. The district acted appropriately by authorizing an independent third-party investigation to ensure fairness and objectivity. During the investigation, Stream employees were interviewed, and Devon again acknowledged engaging in conduct that violated the rights of employees. The behavior and comments documented in the investigation are unacceptable in any workplace, especially in a school setting. As a teacher, I'm required every year to complete extensive training on workplace harassment, discrimination, and inappropriate conduct. These expectations are well known. Explaining such behavior as joke-like does not excuse it, and if anything, it demonstrates an awareness that the conduct was improper. Some have attempted to blame the teachers who came forward. That is misplaced. Personal relationships, church affiliations, or positive experiences coaching children's sports teams are irrelevant to whether civil rights violations occurred. Character references do not erase documented misconduct. The reason the investigation occurred is not because of the employees who reported concerns or because of OCESD. It occurred because of the actions of Stream leadership. Accountability begins with acknowledging that reality. I knew and worked with some of the founding members of Stream, and I remember the vision they had for this school. It is truly sad to see how far the school has drifted from that original dream. My hope that moving forward is they will make changes that will improve the school. Thank you.
Thank you very much.
I think this is True. Is that the name? Yeah. Come on up.
I thought it was Lily.
It's Lily,
What?
yes. All right,
It's Lily.
thank you. As you review these claims, it's important to remember that community members are not constrained in their speech the same way that boards and school administrators are because of employee rights to privacy. At times, school administrators may not be allowed to publicly share information that proves they conducted a thorough investigation of personnel complaints, but that does not mean that it was not addressed. This proposed notice of violation document references a prior notice of violation and Stream Charter School's remedy to your concerns. However, a notice of violation was never approved by the district board at that time. This is in your December 2023 minutes. And the formal investigative report from this investigation has not been made available to Stream. That is a relevant document related to the proposed action, which the law 11968.5.2 that you quote in your document mandates that the district make available to the charter school 72 hours prior to considering a notice of violation. If the district does not provide this document, the entire investigative report, then it is impossible for the charter school to meaningfully respond to it. And the board risks adopting a notice that could be invalidated. Stream was never formally notified by OCSD of the specific allegations against the charter school. Because the district will not tell Stream who the complainants are, it is impossible for Stream to know for certain which complaints these are referencing. Whenever Stream did receive complaints from individuals, it conducted its own investigation in a timely manner. The district should not assume that Stream conducted no investigation without giving Stream a chance to confirm this fact one way or another. The district's investigation interviewed only 5 current Stream employees, none of whom are current teachers or aides, who may have a knowledge of any of the illicit allegations. This risks failing to consider the perspective of relevant witnesses, and again calls into question the reliability of the investigation for something so severe that could lead to a charter revocation. This board deserves to have your board, deserves to have a full picture of the information before taking an action as serious as issuing a notice of violation, and so does Stream. Thank you.
Thank you.
We have someone online that would like.
Hey, can you hear me?
We can.
Okay. Hi, my name is Courtney Eggy. Dear members of the board, I am writing to express my sincere appreciation for the time, effort, and diligence the board devoted to conducting a thorough investigation into the allegations concerning Stream Charter School. Investigations involving schools and students require careful attention to detail, objectivity, and a commitment to uncovering the facts. I recognize the significant responsibility involved in reviewing these matters and appreciate the board's dedication to ensuring that the concerns raised were examined comprehensively and fairly. I am grateful that the investigation not only thoroughly reviewed the allegations, but also validated the findings through a careful examination of the evidence. This process demonstrated a commitment to accountability, transparency, and due diligence, helping to ensure that conclusions were based on verified facts. The investigation further revealed multiple civil rights violations that had been occurring at Stream Charter School, several of which were confirmed through admissions obtained during the investigative process. Bringing these issues to light is a critical step toward accountability, corrective action, and fostering a safe and equitable educational environment. Bringing these concerns into the open is essential to addressing them effectively and preventing similar situations in the future. Your willingness to undertake a comprehensive review and follow the evidence wherever it led reinforces public confidence in the district's governance and its commitment to serving students, families, and staff with integrity. The professionalism and care shown throughout this process reflect the high standards expected of our educational leaders. Thank you again for your service to the students and families of the Orville City School District and attention to this important matter. I appreciate the board's commitment to transparency, accountability, and the well-being of the school community. Respectfully, Courtney Agee.
Thank you.
Timothy Huber.
Thank you for your time. The issue of prior notice, there was no actual prior notice of violation, as was pointed out before. Y'all never passed it as a board. It was tabled, and once it was tabled for 60 days, it fell off. So do not understand how that is an ongoing issue. The issue of the agenda postings as a violation of the Brown Act was limited and has already been remedied, as Dr. Holton well knows. The allegations of retaliation, we are accused of not immediately investigating. This is incorrect. We did investigate and we found no substantiated or substantial facts. With regards to the issue of enrollment, brainstorming about issues is not a violation. An ed code violation that does not apply to charter schools is not a violation. The OCESD investigation of Stream cost everyone a lot of time and a lot of money. I've heard rumors of up to $60,000 to $80,000 spent by OCSD, and it has cost everyone time and money, as I said. It has taken the focus of two different boards off of the students. We've spent enough time, we've spent enough money on these issues. These both will be much better spent on the students. So please do not pass the notice of violation, because there is no violation. And if you want to continue investigating it, I can't tell you not to spend your money, but there's better ways to do that.
Thank you.
And members of our board and for the members of the community, this is an agendized item. And so at any time, if my board wishes to address any questions that are posed, that you are allowed. It's during the public comment section that we're not allowed to ask questions or give public comment. So I just wanted to clarify that for everyone.
Does this talking cut into our time to speak?
No.
Great.
So I have a letter from Kim Teets that she's asked if her husband could read that aloud. I have that, Ryan. Normally we would read these, but I'll allow you to. Yeah.
Dear members of the Oroville City Elementary School Board, I am writing to express my sincere gratitude for your willingness to take the concerns regarding Stream Charter School seriously. Your decision to authorize a thorough and independent third-party investigation demonstrated a commitment to accountability, transparency, and the fair treatment of employees. The investigation helped to bring wrongdoing to light and provided an opportunity for important facts to be examined objectively. I appreciate the time, attention, and resources devoted to ensuring these concerns were carefully reviewed. Your actions reinforce the importance of maintaining a professional, respectful, and safe workplace for all staff members. Thank you for your dedication to upholding the standards and values expected within our educational community. I appreciate your commitment to ensuring that concerns raised by employees receive thoughtful consideration and appropriate oversight. Thank you, Kim Teets.
Thank you.
Dr. Holton, do you need this back or?
No, I have. Thank you. Ellen Hamilton.
Good evening. I am Ellen Hamilton, one of Stream's co-directors. I will be reading an email sent to all of you from Dr. Dawn Phillips, founder of Stream. To the OCSD board, during your meeting tonight, you'll be encouraged by the superintendent to approve a notice of violation against Stream Charter School. This is a step in attempting to revoke Stream's charter. Some history. In 2013, the OCSD superintendent at that time scheduled a required public hearing and misused State Board of Education language, improperly implied state education code policy, and blatantly ignored OCSD board policies in an attempt to mislead the board into denying Stream's charter petition. Fortunately, the board was provided with the actual SBE definition and abuse of board policy was demonstrated. Ultimately, the board approved the maximum 5-year charter. 5 years later, Stream submitted a charter renewal petition. OCSD's new and inexperienced superintendent was apparently not aware of state policy related to charter renewals and neglected to submit a written response or schedule a public hearing as mandated by the state, even after being made aware of the time by Stream. After the missed deadline, the superintendent sent a representative claiming Stream didn't properly submit the renewal and further asserted that OCSD didn't have board policy regarding charter schools. When confronted with the actual policies, the representative stated that the administration decided to create new policies that they were sure the board would eventually adopt. After appeal, OCSD was instructed by the State Department of Education to renew Stream's charter, and they eventually did so. Stream's charter is again due for renewal, and the OCSD superintendent has apparently gathered allegations made by formal disgruntled employees and determined to use those claims that Stream is not following their approved charter. Rather than follow outlined procedures for dispute resolution with a charter school, he instead hired a paid investigator to confirm allegation based upon those claims and is now asking the OCSD board to consider Stream in violation of their charter based on allegations that have not been legally confirmed and are not provisions for revoking a charter. I'm concerned that the good work and positive influence of Stream in its community is being undermined by petty jealousy and a desire for control. Please support Stream Charter School if you support quality education and school choice. With due respect, Dawn Phillips, founding director of Stream Charter School.
Desiree Cox.
Hello, my name is Desiree Cox and I currently teach at Stream. I would like to share the words of someone who once deeply cared about Stream, someone who felt strongly enough about this school to present these thoughts to you not long ago at an OCESD board meeting. And she said, I remember when Stream was a dream of educators who inspired me. I remember when Stream was a concern for the future stability of the district. I remember when Stream became a reality with a positive response from the community because of the innovative experiences that our school offered. The culture at Stream and programs in place are exemplary and don't go unnoticed by visitors, including the OCESD cabinet members. I wish OCESD didn't view Stream as a threat, but instead as an experiment that had positive results. While with OCESD, this is her talking, I experienced 10 different principals, and while all had the required certifications, they weren't all leaders with visions. The visionaries at Stream building the cathedral are more than qualified to achieve greatness for this community, and revoking the charter or taking steps to do so would be a big mistake. These are powerful words. They describe a school with exemplary culture, innovative programs, and leaders worthy of confidence and support. So I have to ask you, do these sound like words that came from someone who believed they were experiencing widespread ageism, sexism, or a hostile work environment? I struggle to reconcile these serious allegations with these very public statements of support. I would also like to point out that this individual was one of the employees that was named in the complaint. Not only did Mrs. Teets publicly praise Stream, its culture, and its relationship, many other employees in the complaint and herself also signed an intent to return the following year. So if the conditions were truly as harmful and intolerable as later described, can I ask why they would bother committing to coming back another year? The inconsistency deserves recognition. What is especially frustrating for many of us currently working at Stream is that our voices were never sought out. Current teachers, those who work here every single day, were not interviewed as a part of your investigation. Had we been asked, we would have gladly shared our experiences. We would have told you about a school where students are thriving, where staff collaborate, where families are engaged, and where innovative programs continue to benefit students every day.
30 seconds.
No workplace is perfect and no school is without its challenges, but the picture painted by these complaints do not reflect the reality experienced by many of our educators currently serving at Stream. As you consider decisions that could impact the future of this school, I ask you not to look only at the allegations by former employees, but by the lived experiences of those who are here now. Listen to the teachers, families, and students who continue to choose Stream and who see firsthand the positive impact our school has on our community. Thank you for your time.
Thank you.
Sarah Anderson. We have 6 minutes left.
My name is Sarah Anderson, and I'll be reading partially on behalf of Sarah Denton. My name is Sarah Denton. I have worked at Stream for 7 years. My children started at Stream 10 years ago. I started in kindergarten with Miss Frazier. I worked in her classroom for 2 years until she moved and the position was given to Kim Teets. I reached out to friends at the district about her, and they shared her online open letter she wrote to you, Mr. Holtum. I was horrified to see how scathing that letter was, and I am shocked you aren't considering the source here. But I chose to give her a clean slate. I lasted 2 weeks with her before giving my notice because I could not work in an environment where children were treated so badly. Coach Thomas encouraged me to stay at Stream and offered me a position in 2nd grade where I still am. I have pages of testimony I've been wanting to offer your investigator but was never contacted. The ones suffering because of this witch hunt are all the children in Orville. How much good could be done for each and every student in this town if we focus our attention on them, especially when you, Mr. Holtum, was once a victim in what happens when this teacher doesn't get her way. People like Coach Thomas need to be in these children's lives, not teachers who have no business teaching small children, bullies who want to throw their weight around and cause drama in the workplace. Turn against anyone who won't jump on their bandwagon, calling them kiss asses and weak. Let me tell you what is weak. Tossing kids aside that may seem difficult but just need love and trust before resorting to ignoring them and constantly calling admin to come deal with them, bragging about refusing to tie young children's shoes, telling a young boy that his mom was selfish because she told him he doesn't have to wear a mask, asking me in a disgusted voice, what is wrong with that kid, and complaining to me when his mom emailed sharing. I have to add to that. That woman put my boy in the corner because he was difficult, and that is unacceptable. He is behind. I've had conversations. She called my son a brat on the phone. These women had no business teaching our babies. Not tying a 4-year-old and a 5-year-old shoe is unacceptable behavior by grown women who have children of her own. I don't know if this is what you guys tolerate, this bullying mentality, but I, as a parent and as a coworker working at Stream, completely unacceptable. Miss Aggie stated to me, oh, you enjoy your time while we babysit your children. I'm going to be out as soon as my husband says so. These are women who did not want to be teaching at Stream. And now they're creating this witch hunt.
30 seconds.
So I hope that you hold these women accountable for their actions and the way they treated first-time students in this school. Thank you.
Paul?
Cassandra's
Okay.
out there.
Devin Thomas?
There have been serious allegations thrown around about me, and I take them to heart. I do not take lightly these false accusations, fabrications, and misrepresentations of my character that have been repeated as fact without allowing me an opportunity to respond. The one thing written that was correct in this investigation is last year our school environment was toxic. However, it was not because of me. It was not because of my actions. It was the result of pressure, division, and the negative treatment of others by those who are now attempting to rewrite the narrative. What is particularly ironic is that during much of their time at Stream, these same individuals were in conflict with each other. I spent considerable time helping them navigate their concerns and work through their differences. Though not employed anymore by Stream, these negative actions have continued. These individuals are gone, yet their legacy they have left with our school continues. We have staff members who are still afraid to speak openly. Their main concern is, if they attack Devin like this, what will they do to me? A grievance was filed against me last year by one of these individuals. An investigation was conducted, led by a member of our board, and I was cleared of the allegations. That outcome seems to have been conveniently forgotten. Throughout this process, the district has accepted one side of the story, and I have effectively been declared guilty without being given an opportunity to defend myself. I have been told that the superintendent on multiple occasions has even advised prospective employees, including our co-director, Ellen Hamilton, not to work at Stream because of me. If that is true, it raises important questions. Why has nobody contacted me to see if what they've heard is true? Why do they not want to see the evidence that I possess or hear my side of the story? We have submitted ourselves to the district oversight. I truly believe in that. If I created a toxic environment last year, why did no one return this year to check on the staff members who were left behind? Why have I stayed through all the accusations and attacks on my reputation? I stayed because I believe in what we're doing. I believe in the future of Orville's youth, and I'm working with a dynamic group of individuals that give them their best every day. I submit to you today, our community deserves better, our families deserve better, and our students deserve better. Our children deserve better than to attempt to shut down a school that's been an asset to our city. Thank you.
Just want to give one more. Okay. So who would we want to call?
Cassandra Hall,
She didn't want to talk.
Heather. And we just have 1:30.
Hi, my name is Heather Sarin. I'm a behavioral specialist educator for the last 20 years. I believe in our children, and I believe in Butte County, and I believe in this school district. I have someone coming forward to talk about a wonderful program, and I'm just here to say our children deserve to be wrapped around. It takes all of us to educate our kids, not just what's in the classroom, but what happens after. Whole child, educational piece, physical education. It's not just a short period of time that we're in the classroom. We need programs that help the whole child to be successful and to see the data that shows the strides that our kids are able to make when they have the correct support. Thank you for your time.
Krista Thompson, you have 45 seconds.
I can go, but I have to cut my time. This is from my husband, Scott Thompson. To the members of the school board, my name is Scott Thompson. I'm a father, a pastor, and a sitting member of the Orville City Council. Unfortunately, I'm homesick and I'm unable to come. My wife and I entrusted our sons to Stream Charter School, and over the years, I have had the opportunity to observe Devin Thomas both in his role at the school and in personal settings outside of it. My opinion is not based on rumors or secondhand accounts, but on personal experience. In all my years of knowing of Devin,
Seconds.
I have never once witnessed him to be anything other than level-headed, kind, patient, and genuinely committed to the well-being of students. And we actually talked to Devin about a teacher that we had an issue with, and he, instead of agreeing with us, he listened and was fair. And we asked for you to be so too.
Madam.
Thank you.
Madam President, can we restore 45 seconds? The prior comment, the one we just heard, was not relevant to this topic. It was misplaced. So I'd like to give everyone that's here an opportunity to, it was a good comment. It was just not on this subject.
Okay. We can do that. Is there someone else that would like to take that 45 seconds?
Taylor Roderick?
Hi, good evening, members of the board. I am a fifth grade teacher at Stream Charter School. I'm Taylor Rodowick. I joined in 2024. So experiencing both the 24-25 school year, we faced many challenges with communication and collaboration at times that pulled focus away from students, which should be the biggest focus. This past year, however, under our current leadership with Mr. Thomas, I have witnessed a renewed sense of teamwork, professionalism, and community. Teachers have been empowered to collaborate, support one another, and keep students at the center of every decision we make. The difference has been
15
noticeable
seconds.
not only among staff, but also among the families and students we've served. Based on these positive changes I have personally witnessed under Mr. Thomas's leadership, I respectfully ask the board to carefully consider whether the current reality of STREAM is reflected in the notice of the violation. The families, students,
Time.
and staff should be important.
Thank you.
Madam President, I have a statement I'd like to read.
Okay.
The Oroville City Elementary School District cares deeply about the success and well-being of every student and educator in our community. We know that Stream Charter School shares that exact same passion. As the charter authorizer, OCESD is responsible for ensuring that Stream operates safely, equitably, and in accordance with state and federal laws. When compliance issues arise, the standard and responsibility path forward is for OCSD to issue a notice of violation. This formal step allows the charter school the opportunity to address and correct the identified issues. Tonight, we are recommending that the OCSD Board of Trustees approve this notice. Our sincere hope is that Stream leadership will work collaboratively with us to resolve these matters so we can return to normal operations. If these issues are not adequately addressed, the next formal step in the regulatory process could be a notice of intent to revoke the charter, an outcome we collectively want to avoid. And I want to reiterate that as a superintendent, our intent is not to revoke the charter. Our responsibility as a school board, as the authorizer, is to ensure that everything is done safely, equitably, and in line with the law. When things come to our attention, we need to address them. Over the past school year, several serious operational and compliance concerns have been brought forward to the district. The findings indicate gaps in regulatory compliance, employment practices, and education code. Left unaddressed, these issues compromise the supportive environment our educators deserve and expose both Stream and OCSD to significant costly legal liabilities that could otherwise be directed into our classrooms. Given the serious nature and volumes of these reports, OCSD invested approximately $100,000 to retain an independent third-party investigator specializing in educational matters. Ryan Tung of Lincoln White Investigators, LLP. This impartial review was necessary to ensure fairness to all parties involved. Following a thorough investigation, which included interviews with complainants and Stream leadership, the independent investigators substantiated the following administrative and operational areas requiring immediate corrective action. Public meeting transparency. It was determined that certain board agendas notifications did not fully align with Brown Act requirements regarding physical postings and scheduling changes, something that's easily fixed. Workplace environment. The investigation identified validated concerns regarding a hostile and discriminatory work environment stemming from inappropriate gender-based workplace comments, much more difficult to address. Administrative records. Evidence showed that management requested the adjustment of certain enrollment records to meet transitional kindergarten staffing ratios. Also very serious. By issuing this notice violation tonight, we are inviting Stream to present us, the board here, a clear and actionable plan to remedy these specific issues. As I shared earlier, This is a notice of violation. We're asking you to address the issues, remedy the issues, and we will move forward. By issuing, our goal is not to penalize Stream or disrupt the educational process of its kids. Rather, we want to support Stream in correcting its course, strengthening its administrative practices, and ensuring a safe, respectful environment for its hardworking staff. We look forward to working together to refocus our complete attention to our shared vision, serving the children and families of Oroville. Thank you.
Thank you. Okay, so we will now, we'll now move on to,
So this is an action item.
yes. Okay, we'll now move on to 11H, which says to approve the notice of violation against Stream Charter School. So can I get a motion? Was there any questions or comments that the board would like to? Okay. Can I get a motion?
So.
Can I get a second?
Second.
Yes, okay. All those in favor? Aye. Any noes? Any abstain? Pass with 5 yes votes. Okay. So now we're gonna go ahead and go back to our normal agenda. Okay, so do you want to excuse them? Spencer,
For coming. We treasure your comments.
thank you. Thank you. We'll now move on. Go ahead and continue with our agenda. We'll move on to comments and announcements by the board. Sandra Barnes.
For everybody. That's really all I got. The last couple of weeks have been a whirlwind of graduations. So there have been a lot of really great miracles and a lot of great tragedies. So it's gonna be a year to remember. My heartfelt congratulations go to all the families whose children was able to graduate and make another successful year, and my condolences go to the families that lost their loved ones.
Thank you. Beth?
Thank you. I also wanted to pass my condolences on to the families that were affected by the tragedy of the Central students and all involved in that. I do want to say I was very proud and appreciative of our district response for that. And the opening of the school to have counselors and such there available as families and students needed them. Thought that was really nice. I was able to stop by and see there were some students there on that following Monday, which was nice to see that we had it. I do want to say the end of the year activities went very well. I also enjoyed Ophir's Multicultural Day, was able to attend that along with promotions. Thank you.
Thank you. Daryl?
No.
Thank you. Phil?
No.
I would like to also give my condolences to the families and friends and teachers that were associated with Zion. He was a very special student. I did attend multicultural day as well, Ofer. I think we need to talk about making it maybe a whole week. Because so like that, we can, there was a lot of stuff that wish they could have done more. And they were expressing that. So maybe a couple of days each culture, one day each culture, see how that works out. Graduations were amazing. I was glad to be a part of that. Also attended promotions, and I also attended the SDO promotion, which was very sweet. Thank you, Holly, for all that you've done. That was very amazing. Those kids, they had short attention spans. They were running down the aisle. So thank you for having the patience that you did with them. We will now move on to the comments and announcements by administration. Dr. Spencer Holtum.
Thank you. Promotions were great, including SDO, where the kids were very excited to be there. My condolences to Zion Myers and his family. Truly a sad event, but I do also want to appreciate our staff. Like to call out our principal in the back, Patricia Leonard back there, who did an outstanding job helping us organize, even in the day of the tragedy, to open up our gymnasium and have our counselors there and food and drinks for our kids that showed up that needed so much support. And then the following week as well. I hate to have these kind of situations, but I love to see the response of our community and our staff to the families and to our students that are in pain. And again, wish that family well. That's all. Thank you.
Thank you. Andrew?
So good evening. This summer, we have a lot of things. Teachers and instruction. Configuration, doing custodial.
Thank you. Vince?
Thank you. So along the side of our student who had recently passed, I agree with what everybody is saying, but I also want to go ahead and acknowledge the Southside Community Center for their candlelight vigil that they had put together on a Saturday for the family. It was a quick turnaround. Dr. Holton was able to make it. Some members of the studios staff, including Miss Patricia Leonard, the principal, was able to make it. And I came in at the last hour before we left. And so I do want to thank members of the Southside Community Center for putting on that candlelight vigil for the families and for the child. And I was able to speak with both grandma and grandpa there. It's very heartwarming to know that the community came together to support that. So that's one thing. The other is principals and teachers of our district had a successful closure of 2025-26 school year. And I just want to say thank you to them for wrapping things up, getting things all ready for as we prepare for the summer as well. And then moving on to summer school, Principal Lauren Albert also spearheaded the summer school program. We are at the end of our first full week and a half with summer school. And so it's going as planned. So thank you to Lauren, and also thank you to the summer school staff. Aside from that, we want to invite the board. There will be an email coming July 1st. There's a time capsule drop on July 1st, recognizing America 250. Again, this was done in collaboration with multiple people. So Lauren and the summer school is invited to take part in that ceremony. We have reached out to different individuals as well, including Action News, including OPD, to close off for safety. And we want to make sure that our board is also invited to that historical moment. Lastly, I do want to recognize and thank Holly and Jesse. We realized that, of course, our board president had reached out to our superintendent regarding the incredible work of our preschool. And this is probably something that Holly can talk more about, but we are applying for that Golden Bell Award. And so maybe she can talk a little bit more about that. Thanks for the initiation of saying, hey, we got something really great going on. And we were visited by the California School Boards Association president. So I'll hand it off over to Holly.
Thank you, Holly.
Yes. So first, yes, with the Golden Bell, we'll be submitting next week. We have gathered a lot of data, which we will also share with you on how much growth our kiddos have made. And it's really great to see retention of our students that have gone through the program. They are coming to our schools, even if maybe they don't reside within our district, just having that set of knowing those families for a couple of years. So we will be submitting that next week, and we're hoping we're picked. I went to a lot of the promotions, held our own SDO. That was pretty quick, but it worked. Most of them kept their caps and gowns on. And a lot of the promotions were, all of the promotions were great. It was really nice to have the State Theater and Ishies was really nice. And I'll try to make more of them next year. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Comments by the public. The board will extend an invitation to interested parties who wish to speak on items. That's that.
Which are school related.
Which is school, okay, so that will be the other one. Which one, that one?
Yeah.
I already did that one.
Yeah, so, and that's where we're at in the agenda, so.
Interested on items that are listed on the agenda. For those attending remotely who wish to comment, raise your hand, use your raise your hand button to be called on to speak. The Brown Act does not allow the governing board to discuss or take action on any item that is not posted on the agenda. Is there any public comment?
Hi, everyone. My name is Courtney Ellerton. I've presented to the board several times. I'm coming to the board to let you all know that I am writing to place the board on notice regarding the youth intervention program and my current non-affiliation with the Oroville Southside Community Improvement Association. I formulated and wrote the program model, including the core structure, the materials, implementing approach, and operating know-how. I do not authorize OSHA to represent that it owns, controls, or may freely use my program materials or formula, nor plagiarize it. OSHA has retained program files and materials without my permission and refused my request to return them. I do not consent them to continue the program with my intellectual property, my materials, or without a written agreement and lawful resolution. I don't have a problem with OSHA at all. And, with the board president, I've never had a problem with you, but there's been some conflict through hearsay. And I would like to personally, right here, invite you to sit down and have lunch with me so that we can solve any kind of difficulties that we have. Because the one thing we don't want, we want to be transparent. We want to make sure that there's no conflict of interest, and I'm willing to work with the board. Also, I was at Oakdale Elementary today. I brought a whole zoo, petting zoo. They love it. So I have a lot of programs that I can bring to Oroville, and I would like to work with the board. I would like to invite you to my farm, and I would like to talk more about what I'm requesting is that the program be removed from under OSHA. With no problems. And we could even rent the place to operate the program there. But I just think that we owe the community an explanation. We need to do things the right way. And the lady Heather who came up here, she's from Chico Unified School District, willing to work with me. She have her degree in behavior health. She's a teacher, educator. She's willing to work with me to grow the program. So we want to get more qualified people in there. I have degrees, and we want to continue the program without any kind of conflict. And I hope that I can continue to work with Oroville Southside Community Center and probably rent the space. Or I'm asking that the board approve that we move it to, move it up under another organization. We need to continue to have this program going. And the young man who passed away, he was coming to my farm 2 days out of the week. And so there's a lot of benefits to continuing that without any conflict. So I'm inviting to speak to the board one-on-one, inviting you all to the farm. And I would like to talk about what we can do to continue this program without any conflict or, misunderstandings. But Lisa, I would like to invite you to lunch so that we can sit down. We never had any kind of conflict with each other. And I would like to build a relationship with you and so that we can move forward. Thank you.
Thank you. Public hearing session. We'll now move on to public hearing session. 2026-27 Local Control and Accountability Plan, LCAP.
Thank you. And so the LCAP has been sent to all of you. And so tonight, it is a year 2 of a year 3 LCAP, and next school year will be the 3rd year of the 3-year cycle LCAP. For tonight, we are basically here for any public comments, discussions, or for the 2026-27 LCAP. Along with it would be the LCFF budget overview as well. And so all of these would be underneath that public hearing session for tonight. And we're here for any public comments. And then aside from that, any comments regarding the LCAP can be submitted directly to me. And I would take the comments and review them. Okay. So tonight we are just bringing this item for public hearing and for any public comments.
Be going over each of these at the next board meeting in depth as we go for adoption.
I just wanted to thank Vince for your time today. I had quite a list of questions through the LCAP because it's a long document, 190 pages or something.
94.
Yeah, 194. So I had quite a few, and I appreciated your time to help me answer some of those. And a lot of them were just clarifications on what does this mean exactly and what is, things like that. But I appreciate that and hope that everybody has a chance to kind of look it over too. And if you have any questions, he'd be a great person to ask.
Thank you for your time.
Thank you.
Is there any more comments? Okay, B, 2026-27 Local Control Funding Formula, LCFF, Budget Overview for Parents.
Budget overview for parents, again, is for public hearing. That summarizes some of the items in the budget and some of the items in the LCAP in a way that's more accessible and sort of speaks to the promise of what the LCAP was supposed to be, a short readable document for the public. This is just a public hearing, so if there's any comments or questions, we're here to hear them.
Does the board have any questions or comments? Okay, we'll now move on to C, original budget for 2026-27 fiscal year.
Again, this is the public hearing for the original budget. The original budget, the LCFF budget overview for parents, and the LCAP all have to tie together with the same numbers and go through the board at the same time. I've presented the budget. If there are questions and things, I'm here to hear them. I'll be giving you a full presentation on the budget at the next board meeting. Coffee before you show up.
Thank you for the warning. Okay, we'll now move on to 9, discussion. First reading, May updated policy packet.
I'll go ahead and take this. So this is a continued part of our work that we did several months ago, where a large group of administrators and staff went through all of our board policies, including Sandra Barnes. And we did a lot of updates to our current board policies, cross-examined with CSBA's recommendations, as well as anything that was unique to our district and our needs. And there's quite a few of them. I didn't go through all of them today, but I looked at all of them. But many of us in this room were part of that process. And we think that they are good and ready to submit to the board.
Thank you. Does the board have any comments or questions? Yes.
Your staff put into it.
Thank you. We'll now move on to the consent agenda. On the consent agenda, we're gonna pull 12E and 13H. We're gonna go ahead and bring that back next week. So can I get a motion to approve with those two items being pulled?
So, Madam President,
I'm sorry.
Repeat it again.
yeah, so Madam President, the consent agenda doesn't include those.
Oh, my
When-
bad.
When we get to those, we'll go ahead and pull those.
Okay,
Yeah, sorry for that. And the reason for those being pulled is because they'll be part of the bigger section of the LCAP and things like that, that will be brought back next week. So we'll just do the consent
the
agenda.
consent agenda. Okay, can I get a motion to approve the consent agenda? Can I get a second?
A second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Any noes?
It's a good thing we still have quorum.
Okay,
Guys,
passed with
counts.
3 votes. Okay, we'll now move on to 11, new business. A, approve MOU Healthy Rural California Incorporated Med Ed Club Program.
The Med Club program is a program Spencer and I are excited to bring to our junior high schools. This is going to be a program after school where students are going to get exposure to the medical field, what sort of different types of job opportunities there are. This is something that in agreement, we came to with the Healthy Rural California group. They've done this at a number of different high schools and middle schools. Focus when you talk to them, it really has to do with if we want to have medical professionals in our area. Powerful message, and we're very excited to bring these programs to our students.
And I sent an email to the board today, and because I had a question about this, and the question is, what else do they do? Because there is some cost to this, and this is an after-school program, so this will come out of our ELOP funding.
Yeah.
But it's really important to note that they're going to be taking our kids off-site to UC Davis Medical School
Mhm.
and also Butte College. And they do other field trips. And they also, kids have an opportunity to earn scrubs by doing different certifications and things. And so a lot of the cost goes to those field trips and the resources that they're bringing into our district.
What school site is this going to be at?
This is going to be at both of our middle schools.
Okay, so there'll be two separate meetings.
Mhm.
And who is coordinating it?
They have their own staff.
Oh.
We're going to have a staff.
Okay.
So, but they're going to be running the entire program.
Are the field trips?
Yeah.
I'm just curious.
I don't remember exactly how our conversation went about Davis. I don't know if that was an all day or after school or on.
But I got an impression, we didn't ask that specific question. It's a good question. But I got the feeling that it will be, one of those field trips that they do during the day.
Like a wonderful opportunity.
And we're hoping to, start to continue to build our CTE pathways, as well as bringing the Junior Fire Academy to Ishii next year as well. So we're just really trying to give our kids after-school programs. We have ELOP money to support it, and we're really trying to look for our local colleges. Like Butte College has a great, fire academy, police academy. They have a great nursing program, so we're trying to bridge up with
Building,
them.
heavy equipment.
They do have heavy equipment. Andrew, don't get Andrew started. Yes. No.
The ELOP money is ongoing money that has been
Run out.
designated by the state every year. Talk of it being cut. If, costume, I would say, get in. So this is providing funding. To 40? Thought we would draw initially, and if we.
And how are they selected? Okay.
And if we do have more that want to come, we will just work with them to expand it. Vince?
I just wanted to add that both the middle school principals and I have met with the medic team, and you're asking some logistical pieces. And so those are in the planning phases, because we also have to work with Butte County after-school program as well to work out some of the logistics, because this is going to be an after-school medic club. So some of those are not yet known, because we're still ironing them out and still working on them. And a meeting is going to be set up with the principals along with the after-school coordinators so that they can plan logistics as well.
So is transportation, I'm sorry,
Oh, that's all right.
is transportation going to be provided by us or because
It'll be through them.
okay.
And that's for the full year?
No, they're going to be doing this one time a month.
Oh, once a
Okay.
Oh,
month.
that makes it.
So
difference.
their plan is having, and again, it's still a work in progress. And so they're going to be coming in to both our middle schools. They're going to be bringing in medical professionals to come in there as well. And they're making available medical professionals to be quote unquote mentors to our kids. So if our kids want to go into a dentist, there would be a dentist there available to help support and mentor that child, and answer any questions into the dental world. If there was somebody that was like a chiropractor or something. So that is kind of the gist of what we've gotten and gather. So they'll be coming in one time a month, but they will be doing a beginning of the year kind of an intake with the and solicitation for enrollment with both the middle schools. So there's still some pieces that need to be worked out regarding the logistical pieces.
That's
But
exciting.
it's an incredible and I think amazing opportunity for our middle schoolers to get a kickstart into the medical field, much needed.
Yeah,
Thank you.
that's exciting. Thank you.
Yes, it is. Okay, so can I get a motion to approve?
So moved.
Can I get a second?
I'll second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Any noes? Any abstain? Pass with 4 yes votes. Okay. B, adopt resolution 25-26-12, resolution ordering governing board member election.
Okay, it is recommended that resolution 25-2612, resolution ordering governing board member elections be adopted as presented. The election shall call for members who have terms ending in 2026. Mrs. Lisa Torres and Mr. Bill Legrone Jr.
Does the board have any questions or comments? Can I get a motion?
I make a motion, we adopt resolution 25-2612.
Can I get a second? All those in favor?
Aye.
Any noes? Any abstain? Pass with 4 yes votes. C, adopt resolution 25-26-13, resolution establishing procedure in case of tie vote at governing board election.
So it is recommended that resolution 25-2613, resolution establishing procedures in case of tie vote at governing board elections, be adopted as presented. The election will be held on November 3rd, 2026. The resolution states that if the winner of a tie vote in the election will be determined by lot.
Okay, does the board have any questions or comments? Can I get a motion?
I make a motion, we adopt resolution 25-2613.
Can I get a second?
Second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Any-
I wanted to do something else, like a duel or something, but I thought that wouldn't be appropriate.
Probably not legal. Probably.
Yeah.
Cards.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Any noes? Any abstain? Pass with 4 yes votes. D, adopt resolution 25-26-14, resolution regarding cost of candidate statements.
So I recommend that this be adopted as presented. Candidates for the Board of Trustees positions shall be required to pay for his or her pro rata share of the costs associated with printing the candidate statement in the voter pamphlet for the November 3rd, 26 election.
Can I get a motion to adopt?
I make a motion, we adopt resolution 25-2614.
And I'll second. All those in favor?
Quick
Aye.
question.
Any noes? Any abstain? Pass with
Had a
4 yes.
question.
votes. Go ahead.
It says prorated. What's it
So-
prorated to? It's usually like $350.
You know that. So I know that to get your statement on there, the candidate has to pay the entire share
yeah.
to put that on there. I believe the pro rata part is that the district has a certain portion to have that put on the ballot.
Yeah.
And and the fees are going up. So
And they're not paid to the district anyway, they're paid to the county clerk,
Yeah.
the elections clerk.
Okay.
So we don't set those fees.
Yeah, I don't know why it says prorated either. Because it's not prorated.
Yeah.
go ahead, share, Chrissy, you can share that.
Meeting for it, they said it all depends on how much it's gonna cost. Because the more printing they have to do, depending on how many bills and all these other things we'll get, the cost is gonna go up to print. So then the cost that they're gonna charge them will be more.
Right.
Yeah.
And
So, but I don't
ink
believe.
comes from Thailand typically. Don't ask me why I know that.
Okay.
I think all they're saying is it's prorated on your space. It's, the total cost. It's not,
Is it
they're
different rates?
they're not changing the price. They're saying that if you use X amount of space and the overall cost is a certain amount, you pay that prorated cost for that space.
And for our piece, it's the candidate, the district can't pay for that. The
Okay.
candidate has to pay for
Mhm.
that.
Yeah, okay. Okay, we'll go ahead and move on to E, adopt resolution 25-26-15, resolution to commemorate the semi-quintessential of the United States, and I didn't practice, United States of America with an America 250 time capsule inscription and placement. Thank you, Vince.
So it is recommended that the board adopt this resolution 25-26-15, giving us the opportunity to make a historical moment and doing a time capsule drop on 7/1/2026, and to be open on or around July 4th, 2076, when America becomes 300 years old.
Who's going to be making the submissions to the capsule?
Who's gonna be opening it?
So,
So I can answer, I can answer half of those questions. So we have kids who are gonna be, we're shipping all the kids, excuse me, not shipping, busing all of our students from summer school up to the district office for the day. And we're gonna do a whole event and we're gonna have all kinds of stuff in it. I don't know what kind of stuff we're putting in it. I'm gonna submit some of my own fun stuff that I think is gonna actually survive the next 50 years. The last time capsule that we opened, when we opened it, everything inside was absolutely disintegrated. I did see the time capsule today. Carlos Aguilar, our director of maintenance, bought it for us. It's gonna be very interesting to see if
How big?
it's about this big around and it's about this long.
Also not very big.
So not huge. And he's gonna put gravel around it to try, you know, for drainage and stuff. I still don't think it's gonna, you know, but I'm gonna be 102 when we open it, so I don't know if it really matters.
Are you coming back?
I'm gonna come back from the dead for it, yes. Vince, can you answer that question of what we're gonna put in it?
Sure. So we've invited all the schools during the last week of school to go ahead and work on some things, whether it be an activity of writing to somebody in 2076 when it's open. Right now, we have things like receipts for current pricing, so that when they open it up in 2076, we don't know what the cost of a gallon milk is. So some of that is put in there. And then, of course, Lauren, principal of the summer school, has also been working with the kids. And so they have a lot of things to put in there as well. So if you have something that you don't want, or a small SD card with pictures or something like that, that can easily go in there, those were things that we are anticipating on putting in there. Yeah. Does that answer your question? So we're going to have a pretty exciting morning on July 1st. Lauren's already prepared with some decorations of the district with colors red, white, and blue. She's already got some kind of skits all kind of planned out. We have to work out some logistics, and along with superintendent, so that on that day, which is coming up real fast, we would know what to do in front of the camera. Okay, so I think we spent quite a bit of time on this. I'm recommending that our board adopt this resolution so that we can go ahead and do this time capsule drop, and then let it be known that around July 4th, 2076, we'll be around, whether it be in physical form or in spiritual form, to see that happening.
Can I get a motion?
So moved.
Can I get a second?
Second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Any noes? Any abstain? Pass with 4 yes votes. Approve Board Handbook Resolution 25-26-16 OCSD Governance Handbook.
So we've put a lot of time and effort into the governance handbook, and I recommend to the board that we approve it tonight. And then we're already working with Sandra, who found and put it into Canva and made it really nicely nice looking. And so we'll be working with her so that we can not only have it for our board members, but post it really professionally on our website and everywhere else, so that it looks really professional. And so thank you for all those who put time and effort into this.
Thank you.
Thank you, Christy.
Thank you very much. Can I get motion to approve?
So moved.
Can I get a second?
Second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Any noes? Any abstain? Pass with 4 yes votes. G, adopt resolution 25-26-17, resolution ordering an election to authorize the issuance of general obligation bonds, establishing specifications of the election order, and requesting consolidation with other elections occurring on November 3rd, 2026.
This is for this order to place the bond 2026 election. Discuss this.
Okay. Does the board have any questions or comments on the bond? Okay. Can I get a motion to approve?
I'll make a motion to approve.
Can I get a second?
I'll second the motion.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Any noes? Any abstain? Pass with 4 yes votes. Okay, we'll now move on to 12, Business and Finance. Approve revised 2026-2027 classified salary index.
So throughout the rest of this full packet, you're going to find some new positions. And it's the special education 3 to the salary index, so that person. The other two.
So special education 3 aides are the aides that we are going to be hiring for our most intensive classrooms or special education classrooms that the board has approved to start. So these are students that originally would be going to county programs or non-public placements, and we have hired teachers for the position. So we're just moving forward with creating the SPED 3 aides that would be in the classroom with the teachers.
These will have a higher pay grade.
Yes.
Because they'll be working with our most intense students. And what we want to really share with the board is, it looks like we're increasing positions in our district, and the answer is to that is yes. But we are bringing our kids back, like Holly mentioned, bringing kids back from our non-public schools, from our county programs, because they're just getting so expensive. Those costs have almost doubled in the past 2 years. And so we really need to, and next week, when Andrew shares the budget, most of our deficit spending is coming from special ed. And so this is one of the ways that we're going to address that deficit spending is by bringing back our own programs. A lot of the money that we're spending right now, getting some of our classrooms at the studios back online and things like that will be an initial cost. But we feel like both short-term and long-term, this will be very advantageous for us financially.
Kind of illustrate the point when we talk about some of the county programs. For us to operate those programs. $10,000 for the 80th. The BCD. To triple what we're doing.
Okay, does the board have any questions or comments? Can I get a motion to approve the revised 2026-2027 classified salary index?
So moved.
Can I get a second?
Second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Any noes? Any abstain? Pass with 4 yes votes.
Thank you for Spencer for taking a special interest in this. It's
Thank
really
you.
important.
Approve revised specialty salary schedule.
So it is recommended that the classified specialty salary schedule be approved as presented. What has been changed here is the CODA and occupational therapists. So in years past, we've always used BCOE as a vendor for our occupational therapist services. A CODA is a certificated occupational therapist assistant. Because we now have enough kids in our own district to have a OT and a CODA, we have now added this to our salary schedule.
Thank you. Does the board have any questions or comments? Can I get a motion to approve?
Moved.
Can I get a second?
Second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Any noes? Any abstain? Pass with 4 yes votes. Approval of memorandum of understanding MOU regarding school beautification days, CSEA.
Fire process. We've been working with CS. We brought when it comes to how many and there's a jobs. Which time? Turn the district gets a campus beautification day. Not as that campus beautification. CSEA group. From
So the 3 days off is only for the people that show up, right?
the only they were very they missed them. So that's what the
And part of this was because they were disproportionate in the amount of days that they work compared to the other staff and how many days of vacation they were given. So we were trying to find a compromise. And something that's super important to me is to make sure that our schools are looking pristine on the first day of school. This has always been a target for me. And but also I want to get our community into our schools before school starts. And so this is a way we've tasked CSEA to not only help man the day, but encourage their friends and their family and the community to come to their local school and help do plant flowers and spread mulch. You know, we won't ask them to weed eat or, cut limbs or things like that that are going to be dangerous. But stuff that's really going to beautify the campus. And we also plan to do a barbecue at each of the school sites for all those volunteers.
Thank you for coming up with a solution. Can I get a motion to approve the MOU?
So moved.
Can I get a second?
Second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Any noes? Any abstain? Pass with 4 yes votes. Approve of memorandum of understanding MOU regarding school beautification days, supervisors, confidential management.
Some of our non-represented classified supervisors are competent management staff. Unit members who like CSEA does. We felt that in third. So if the financial staff would have to work that half day. Days off and we want to make sure that we were.
Thank you. Does the board have any questions or comments? Can I get a motion?
So moved.
Second?
Second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Any noes? Any abstain? Pass with 4 yes votes. Approval of side letter agreement regarding health and welfare benefits, supervisors confidential management and admin.
Explain this to you, but we're pulling this time and there's another one that.
Okay,
Thank you.
thank you so much. We'll now move on to 13, curriculum and instruction. Approval of curriculum licensing agreement. Acellus Educational Services North State Virtual Academy.
So this year, the North State Virtual Academy had implemented Edmonton for all its 2nd through 8th grade students. In the process of implementing Edmonton, the 2nd through 5th grade students and teachers in that grade span found it that it was not as impactful and effective in addressing the needs virtually. And so we're under the leadership of Laura Fox. We've been working on this and we are recommending that teachers actually have tried Acellus, and we are recommending that Acellus be purchased for the 2nd through 5th grade students at North State Virtual Academy so that they can go ahead and better meet the needs of our students. So with this item, I'm recommending that our board approve the purchase of Acellus to be implemented at North State Virtual Academy for our grades 2nd through 5th.
Does the board have any questions or comments?
Just a quick one.
Yes.
And our contract for Edmentum went down, correct?
Yes, of course, because of the, we're doing 6th through 8th for Edmonton, so that went down.
Yeah, so I just wanted to illustrate to the board that Acellus went up, but Edmentum went down.
And there is no fiscal impact on our budget, meaning that it's under the umbrella of the LCAP. So all these items under curriculum instruction and purchasing, some of these are things that you've already approved in the LCAP, but we are renewing the contract because the contracts are coming to an end and we need to make sure that you are aware that we're moving the money to purchase and renew a contract.
Thank you. Does the board have any other questions or comments? Can I get a motion to approve the approval of curriculum?
So moved.
Can I get a second?
Second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Any noes? Any abstain? Pass with 4 yes votes. Approval of curriculum licensing agreement and amendment,
Edmentum, yes.
North State Virtual Academy.
So as I stated earlier, this is a request to keep Edmonton for our 6th through 8th. Our teachers who are using that curriculum and the students who are using that curriculum, it seems more effective in working with our middle school students. And so tonight, we'd like to recommend that our board approve the purchase of Edmonton for our 6th through 8th students at North State Virtual Academy.
So is this also for just for 2026, 27?
Yes.
Okay. Does the board have any other questions or comments? Can I get a motion to approve?
So moved.
Can I get a second?
Second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Any noes? Any abstain? Pass with 4 yes votes. Approval of contract and licensing agreement, Renaissance Learning, district-wide subscriptions.
Okay, so we have a couple competing online platforms. We have iReady and we have Renaissance, which comes with all the accelerated reader program, the Mayans, all the STAR assessments. I've included that in the bottom description. But what I need for you to know is that We did an assessment of both the iReady platform and the Renaissance platform, costing the district over $211,000 annually. And so with that, then a survey went out to the staff regarding the use of both the Renaissance features and programs and the iReady platform. And it came back with more teachers. It was a 66 over 44 or 43 point something percent regarding usage and implementation and impact. And so as such, after speaking with our principals and our cabinet, we elected to go with Renaissance and do away with iReady. And so this is an annual contract with the added features to the Renaissance program, and that includes like the Freckle Math and Freckle ELA. Those will substitute for the components in ELA. So there is a savings of 88,000 between the two programs and the collapsing of iReady, which brings it to $123,478 to purchase the Renaissance program to support teaching and learning for this school year. So I'm recommending that our board approve the multi-school purchase from Renaissance so that we can continue on providing this supplemental resource to support our teaching and learning in the virtual platform.
Well, I just want to thank you for taking all the consideration, everything you've considered, you've asked others their opinion and want to see what works. So thank you so much for that. I do appreciate that. Does the board have any other questions or comments? Can I get a motion to approve? Can I get a second?
Second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Any noes? Any abstain? Pass with 4 yes votes. Approval of multi-year price quote, Amplify Education.
So this is a 3-year contract extending to 2029. This is a DIBELS contract that requires for early literacy for our kindergartners through second grade. And so we're going to continue on using that assessment as a screener for early literacy needs to help support with intervention services. This piece here, we are also working with our threshold consultants to support the implementation, the interpretation, and the use of the DIBELS data to help support with early foundational literacy skills. And so it's recommended that our board approve this 3-year contract for $18,732 so that we can continue on using and implementing the DIBELS program.
I also want to let the board know that this is a statewide mandate to have a early literacy program screener.
Yes.
Thank you. Screener. And so this is one of 4 approved programs in the state.
Thank you. Does the board have any other questions or comments?
Is this our first year? No.
This is our first year implementing. The 25-26 school year was our first year implementing the DIBELS program, yes.
And when will we see the grades, success, the achievements on those?
Yeah, we have beginning of the year, middle of the year, end of the year assessment results, and that can be presented to you at a later time if you like.
But very quickly, we started out at 62% of students in the red, and our goal was to cut that in half to 31%, and we got to 37%. So we made a lot of growth there, a lot of gains there. Still have work to do, but I will ask Vince to disseminate that data to you.
Sure, we have it.
Thank you.
Mr. Zong, I just have one question, just real quick. The 18,732, that's $6,000 per year over the 3-year contract, correct? Not 18,000 per year?
Yes, it's a 3-year contract.
All right, thank you, sir.
Thank you. Does the board have any other questions or comments? Can I get a motion of approval?
So moved.
Can I get a second? Second. All those in favor? Aye. Any noes? Any abstain? Pass with 4 yes votes. E, approval of a 2-year renewal quote with TCI.
Okay, so TCI, this is for 6th grade through 8th grade. That's a science and history contract. And so TCI, the board had approved of this 6 years ago because our middle schools did not have a program. And so the adoption of that program is ending this school year. And so we are proposing a 2-year extension of this use, and that'll take us up to the next adoption cycle of science. And so I'm recommending that our board approve the 2-year contract for TCI so that our middle schools teachers can continue on using this program until such time that we get to that renewal cycle for science. Yes, I believe it's science and social studies.
But according to the website, it is also social studies.
So, I mean, what?
That is a possibility, yes.
Does the board have any other questions or comments? Can I get a motion to approve the 2-year renewal quote?
So moved.
Can I get a second?
Second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Any noes? Pass with 4 yes votes. Okay, we'll now move on to approval of a 2-year price quote, McGraw-Hill Wonders.
Okay, so similar, our 5th grade adoption for Wonders, the reading program, is ending this school year as well. And so we are asking for a 2-year extension so that our kindergarten through 5th grade teachers and students would be able to have access to the Wonders program. And this will come at a cost of $62,837.79. And this is the virtual or the online. Yes, this is renewal of the digital online portion of McGraw-Hill's Wonders program.
Wonders has been around a long time.
They have. I haven't taken enough data or stock into being able to answer your question. But we know that they are using it, and to what level and what degree, yeah, that's yet to be determined and to know. Okay, so again, it's recommended that our board approve this 2-year digital renewal of Wonders for our kindergarten through 5th grade at $62,837.
Okay, does the board have any questions or comments? Can I get a motion to approve?
So moved.
Can I get a second?
Second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Any noes? Any abstain? Pass with 4 yes votes. Approval of the Every Student Succeeds Act, ESSA, Local Control and Accountability Plan, LCAP, Federal Addendum for the 2026 to 2027 school year.
Okay, so the federal addendum is something that you have approved 2018, but we are bringing this back for approval because we, during this school year, had moved Title IV money into Title I. And so the federal addendum covers Title I, II, III, and IV. And because we did that, there's no change in anything with an exception of moving Title IV to Title I. And if, Andrew, if you want to say something about it to add to it, that'd be great. But because of us doing that, then we have to bring it back so that you know that we've done that.
Thank you.
State or federal?
Does the board have any questions or comments? Can I get a motion to approve?
So moved.
Can I get a second?
Second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Any noes? Any abstain? Pass with 4 yes votes. We'll move on to review and acceptance of the 2026-27 local performance indicator self-reflection.
Did we want to pull this for next week?
Yes,
Yeah.
this will come back along with the LCAP presentation.
Thank you. We'll now move on to personnel. Approval of Memorandum of Understanding, California School Employees Association, CSCA, Occupational Therapist Position, Correction, 2025-26.
So through the CFIRE process, we initially negotiated this new position in our district, as well as a job description. But when we agreed upon it, it was 183 days, which reflected our regular teacher calendar. But we need this individual to also work extended school year to work with our special education kids. So we are making an agreement for them to work 195 days so that they can service summer school special education kids.
Yay.
That's good. Can I get a motion? Does the board have any questions or comments?
Is this position?
So this is part of a program transfer. So a program transfer is, so we have supplemental services that are through BCOE servicing our students. Now that we have enough students that we can service our own, we went through the process of having a program transfer where BCOE employees are transferred to our district. So we are getting BCOE employees transferred to our district. Now, this particular OT position transferred as a vacancy. So the OT itself is a vacancy, but the CODA is a person coming from BCOE. And we need to match, as part of the program transfer requirements, the amount of days and hours and pay along with benefits of what the current employee is being offered.
Okay, thank you. Does the board have any other questions or comments? Can I get a motion to approve the MOU?
I make a motion, we approve the MOU.
Can I get a second?
Second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Any noes? Any abstain? Pass with 4 yes votes. Approval of 2025-2026 Memorandum of Understanding MOU with California School Employees Association, CSEA, creation of Instructional Assistant Special Education 3 classification.
As we mentioned this before, this is a memorandum of understanding with CSEA. We created a new position, Instructional Assistant Level 3, which will serve our ESN 2 classrooms.
Okay, does the board have any questions or comments?
In terms of it has an end date.
We don't have, I don't believe there's a proposed end date. This is a new job category.
Okay, can I get a motion to approve?
I make a motion, we approve the memorandum of understanding with the CSEA.
Can I get a second? All those in favor?
Aye.
Any noes? Any abstain? Okay, we're gonna pass with 4 yes votes. C, approval of field site affiliation agreement with Walden University LLC for educational field experience placement.
So we have like to enter into an agreement for student teaching with Walden University. We have these with UMass Global, National University, Chico State, and we're adding Walden as a partner that have student teachers, and we help them place them in our schools.
How many
So-
student teachers do we get every year? Just out of curiosity.
That's a good question. We usually get somewhere between 5 and 10. They come for a semester at a time in most cases. And so they're here for a semester and then they might go to, and then most of the kids that we get are from Chico State. And Chico State, they usually have to do a primary grade And if they're multiple subject, a primary grade and an upper grade. And if they're secondary, multiple placements.
Cool. Can you find out how many we get?
Well, it varies every year.
Oh, okay.
It varies. So, but somewhere usually we have, anywhere from 5 to 10 per year.
Still pretty good.
Yeah. Yes. Okay, does the board have any other questions or comments? Okay, can I get a motion to approve?
So moved.
Can I get a second?
Second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Any noes? Any abstain? Pass with 4 yes votes, and we're gonna go ahead and adjourn the meeting at 6:45. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you, Lisa.
Have a great summer.